Bringing you back with a Fox News alert tonight, the Broward County Sheriff, Scott Israel, has been suspended from his post for incompetence by the new governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis. Other than school shooter Nicholas Cruz himself, Israel may deserve most of the blame for the death of those 17 people at Stoneman Douglas High School last year. A report by the state found that Israel's deputies were poorly trained, had malfunctioning radios, and took cover rather than trying to confront Cruz and save lives. Israel has vowed to fight his suspension in the courts and by demanding a trial before the Florida State Senate. We'll continue, obviously, to monitor the story as it unfolds. Well, the Parkland shooting last year was seized by the left, which would like to seek even stricter gun laws, and now they are doing that. In the state of Oregon, a proposed bill would ban gun owners from buying more than 20 rounds of ammunition per month. It would also ban magazines that hold more than 5 rounds with no grandfather clause. That means that anybody who fails to turn in a high-capacity magazine, a high-capacity meaning 6 rounds or above, would be a criminal under this new law. Dan Bongino was a former NYPD officer, author of the great book Spygate, The Attempted Sabotage of Donald J. Trump, and he joins us tonight. So, Dan, laws like this really are a departure because the first effect of them would be to turn law-abiding citizens who've never committed violence, under no suspicion that they might commit violence, have done nothing wrong, it would turn them by definition into criminals. What is the point of that?
Yes, you're right. And the irony of it also, Tucker, is criminals don't care about gun laws.
Right.
That's what makes them criminals. I spent 2 decades in law enforcement. And, I'll never forget this, Tucker. One night I was working the cells. You're the guy who watches the prisoners. They take into the precinct. We hold them before they go to central booking. And, it's a long shift. I was walking around talking to some of the people who've been arrested. A couple of people arrested for gun crimes. I asked them. It's a true story. I say, carrying guns is illegal in New York without a license, criminal possession of a weapon. And I remember they'd look at me and they're like, are you crazy? Do you think we care about the gun laws? Like, they would look at you with this look
exactly.
like, what planet are you from? Criminals don't care. Wait, one more thing, Tucker. You know what they do? They love gun laws because they stop law-abiding people from getting guns so the criminals can prey upon you like the sheep you become when the government disarms you.
So, but this law particularly is so provocative. It's such an open act of aggression and hostility toward law-abiding Americans. What's the effect of this going to be? There are many, many thousands of people who own firearms. Any gun with a magazine almost certainly has more than a 5-round capacity. So that means all of them are now felons? What would be the effect of passing a law like that? Seriously.
And keep in mind, Tucker, this criminalizes standard capacity magazines. The Democrats always love focus group tested talking points. They say, oh, high capacity these are not high capacity magazines they're criminalizing. These are standard run-of-the-mill magazines that have been in circulation in the United States for decades upon decades. This effectively criminalizes law-abiding parents looking to secure their homes. And in some cases, we saw with a ridiculous proposal in in New Jersey, even potentially off-duty police officers who accidentally have their duty magazines with them off-duty before they had to look into this debacle. Tucker, this is a disaster. This will do nothing. This will create a lucrative black market for criminals to traffic in ammunition. There's one new law. You're not allowed to buy more than a certain amount of rounds in a few days. You think the criminals care about this? You're enriching street criminals who create a black market out of it. They don't care about your gun laws. Full stop. Yep. They don't care. They're just going to criminalize the law-abiding.
This is a really reckless thing, even to propose, I would say. Dan Bongino, thank you very much for that perspective.
Yes, sir.
Well, the U.S.